You know, it just occurred to me over time why I see so much about why America hates Christians so much. And keep in mind, what I'm about to say is pretty much more or less a stereotype as opposed to the actual general rule. So take what I'm about to say somewhat with a grain of salt. But it has occurred to me that
Hold up, before we get into the conversation, disclaimer people, we're not racist, we don't have what's the word I'm looking for?
Am I anti-Semitist views or nothing of that
Exactly,
nature?
we don't have nothing against that, we just have opinions, and that's all it is, it's opinions. Everyone views things differently, and that's what we are. But like I said, we're not racist, we're not haters, we're not any of the sort. We're just two people with opinions. Anyway, go ahead.
It has occurred to me that Christians, and again, this is a perceived notion, so I don't know how accurate this is, but they tend to want to have this holier than thou attitude about their own beliefs, wanting to always call someone out for them, and then get hypersensitive about someone calling them out for their own beliefs, as those Christians use their beliefs to attack other people. And again, what I'm saying is more or less based on a stereotype, not the actual rule. But because that perception is out there, there are a lot of people that will look at people that they're Christian and be like, you guys are such the biggest pains of asses I've ever seen.
A fine example is, the gay, lesbian, transsexual, hetero, not even hetero actually, transsexual,
The queer.
yeah, all those people, they have their own belief system. But the problem is that we got these Christians that are saying it's all wrong just because they do not act like, what the Christians see to be right. But if you think about it, all Christians have sins in their closets. I'm not saying all Christians are lesbian gay. I'm saying they have something in their closets that will put them to shame. Put their, holy beliefs to shame, saying, make them, what is the word?
Make good
Prejudice. No, not prejudice.
That would condemn them? That would proverbially crucify them?
Pretty much. That would make them, look like hypocrites. There it is.
Hypocrites, hypocrisy, yes.
That's the word I was looking for. Hypocrites. I mean, we got people. I bet you there's some Christians out there that drink Monday through Friday, maybe Saturday included, and then on Sunday they go to church just to beg for forgiveness. And yet, then they want to go turn around and say, everything else is wrong. My belief is the only right one.
And with the talk about the principle about Christians having skeletons in their closet, I proclaim to be a Christian all the darn time, okay? And I know I got some mess in my stuff I got to deal with on a regular basis. Everybody has their own fights. Everyone has their own issues. My partner here's got issues, and she's agnostic as crap. But she's got issues out the yin yang.
I don't hide from them. I don't run from them. They're there. I embrace them and enjoy the insanity.
She's actually telling the truth about that. But most people wouldn't know that unless they hung around her like that. Because she doesn't hang around too many people. But it is something that is very disturbing to think that the biggest issue that Christians have is lack of tolerance.
I mean, that's why you got, that first, was it England or something? Something like that. They created it. They created laws, what was it? They created another, what was it, Daryl?
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? They created something to go against the Christian belief.
Not necessarily. You had Catholicism that was highly up there in England.
No, you remember when it was mainly the church way, like the
Well, at that time, and I don't know how accurate it is now, but the church and the state per se in England were blended. And then
they made it separate.
And then what happens? You had a bunch of churchgoers that actually rebelled against them, and that's how the term Protestant came out. They were protesting against the church, and even one of the things that they talked about when those settlers founded America, quote unquote, they talked about separation of church and state.
It was because the church began to have too much power. It's like that game, Dante's Inferno. What was those people called?
The Templars?
No, that's Assassin's Creed.
But I think Dante was a Templar in that game as well.
But yeah, it was those people that pretty much the church, the Pope, had the right to say, I want you to wage war against this and that. When the king pretty much was like, no, I don't want to listen to you no more. You shouldn't have this much power.
Right. Politics and government just don't mix. They just don't. I'm sorry, politics and religion don't mix. They just don't. There's just no way around that. They just don't mix. People like, just because it's in this legal doesn't make it right, but there's a whole lot of things in this joint that are legal that don't make it right. I mean, there are ways to legally steal from people that are, well, like I said, legal. That doesn't make it right.
I think at least everybody sins at least once a day. They do at least one sin a day.
Yeah.
I think it's impossible to go without at least one sin. But obviously then you got those Christian people that think, this ain't a sin. But truthfully, it is.
It can be. It depends on what it is that you're referring to.
Well, let's say, okay, people go out to eat, one of those nice diners where that's all you eat. You know what that sin is? It's called gluttony. Because you're just eating and eating and eating until you feel, full. Or, let's say you go into an office, you work. You have a nice hot secretary, blonde hair, red lipstick, wears these
defining lust.
Shirt. Exactly, lust. And, you're not going to touch her because you got a wife at home or something. Or you got a girlfriend. I don't know how you swing people. But anyway, it's lust. You're lusting after her. So see, there's another sin.
And even some people go as far as to consider that adultery.
And then also, same atmosphere, you work in an office, and you see, someone else get, promotion and get a pat on the back with their boss, then you got envy. Easily. It doesn't even have to be at the workplace. You can be at home and you see, your younger sibling, your older sibling, get something, and you're envious of them.
Yeah. And all she was referring to is the 7 deadly sins, and I don't even know if the Bible even lists those. But even those, they can be translated to some degree in the Bible. So I'm sure, but that's a different discussion. Probably one that I would have to have my brother to do something with. In addition to that, though, it just gets to the point where it's just like, here's my thing, right? The primary thing is, I'm not gonna be mad at you for doing something that's wrong unless you hurt me or hurt somebody I care about.
Man, I won't go that far. It's got to be a physical. If you're going to mentally abuse me and you're a friend, I'm just going to say F off. I don't want to be your friend no more. You're going to, put me down like that. No, if you physically, get physical on me, yeah, I'm going to do something. No, it's actually not me if you get physical with my dogs. That's when all hell's going to break loose. I'm sorry, my animals mean more than, people sometimes.
I'm not going to follow up on that statement. Except to say that she is right. That the animals are the closest thing to her.
They're like my little children. I got 3 children, technically. They all act like 2, 3-year-olds. They don't tantrums and stuff. They're needy.
Yeah. There's even one in particular that she's had a couple of wild hairs up her ass for like 2-3 days straight, just snapping off on everyone.
Yeah, she just throws a little tantrum. And then I don't care what people say, dogs do have funny, because I have a dog who is the biggest sensitive baby ever, because I swear, I don't even have to pop him for doing something bad. All I have to do is, scald him. And he pouts for hours.
Yeah.
And then there's other days he's lovable.
Yeah. He is a little...
He's sensitive.
He is. And even when she got her most recent dog, this dog was salty as crap. So salty that whenever I would sometimes go to the store, she would ask me to bring back some jerky. But instead of using jerky, she would use said dog's name.
Bring back the dog. Just because, You want some salt with your, what is it? No, you want
some cheese with your wine.
There you go. You want some cheese with your wine?
Big ass baby. He is a big ass baby.
But he's my big baby.
Yes, he is. All your dogs are adorable, though. They've always been.
Oh man. See, I got a dog that technically would be labeled aggressive. Because she really doesn't get along with other dogs. It's become more recent that she don't get along with other dogs. Bigger dogs.
Especially bigger dogs, specifically.
Yeah, she got a little bit of PTSD in that. But mainly it's people. She does not like people. The thing with her is, though, she's a very possessive dog. That everything that is hers in her mind. Including me, including her buddy. Her two boys, as I call them, the boys.
And even to a lesser extent, me.
But yeah, she's one of those very possessive dogs. That's so possessive. If she has a toy in her mouth, you better not take that toy because she thinks you are a bully to her.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But that's just probably because I think she just has this mind freight. I think what she really has is abandonment issues.
She probably does. I don't see, but see, I have no problem, going to Craigslist and finding a dog. The only dog I paid for was my sensitive dog. Let's just leave it from his G, because there's 3 of them. Let's leave it, actually no, he's dog A, because he was the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And dog B is the girl, and dog C, actually it should be D.
Yeah, because dog C is dead. We will get into that maybe one time later.
Yeah, because that's going to be disgusting, because I will rant and rave on that. Okay, I will.
Yeah, but we'll go with...
It's a touchy subject still.
So, A, B, and D are the dogs. But yeah, B probably has abandonment issues for good reason. She's pretty much been dumped off twice, I think.
Yeah, the first time the story was she watched her mother get beat by the owner, and then they animal pound control took the puppy, and she went to the 400 pound, and then she went to a military home, who also got a Great Dane. So this is another reason why she doesn't like bigger dogs, because this Great Dane, literally, they put this dog in a crate underneath the kitchen table and let this Great Dane antagonize her almost all day. They couldn't let her out of the crate because this dog would come after her. So when I got her, and then finally when I got her, they asked me for $20 for her. And then all of a sudden I said I didn't have the money until the end of the month. And they said, you know what, just take her. They kind of threw her at me. I mean, literally, she came to me, and all she had was a stinky collar, and she just smelled so bad. And it's like, how do you treat a dog like this? I think at the time she was almost close to 10 pounds. And she was only 2 months old.
She may have been sitting at about 7, I believe.
Yeah, but I still, it was September, I remember. September 11th, because it was his birthday when I got her. I remember carrying her home, all the way home from, it was like a 10-minute walk. I didn't have a car. So it was a 10-15-minute walk, and I carried her all the way home. And she just, she just accepted me. It took a while.
It took a while for her to even want to deal with any humans. She didn't want to deal with my ass either.
Yeah, I mean, it was a butting head issue. Like, this is going to abandon me. Why should I care?
No.
And Gizmo, of course, being salty dog.
Jealous ass. Dog A is the jealous ass.
Salty pirate over there. Salty pirate Pete.
Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't trade it for a world.
Nah, they bring her too much joy. And unlike most people that
unlike the other animal I have, which I want to just kill, but I won't. Because I'm a nature. I just want to bring her back because she seems... Okay, see, the problem I have with them, we're talking about guinea pigs here, is that Watson has gotten out... This is Waffle's dog. Has gotten out of the cage so many times, okay? And yet she has never gotten pregnant by my 3 boys. But I have 3 male guinea pigs and 3 females. But Waffles gets out of the cage one time, and she's pregnant. She's fertile. She really is.
Yeah, and I'm just like...
This would be her 3rd litter. And every 3 of them was an accidental mistake.
Yes, Waffles. Chicken and Waffles are the 2 that she started with.
See, I got chicken for you because someone decided they wanted a guinea pig, and then realized it was a bad idea. And so I realized chicken was getting lonely because guinea pigs are social animals. So I got him waffles.
She got that one at the pet store, and the pet store didn't sex chicken right.
Yeah, I even so I get waffles home, and they start doing this little funky dance. And so I take chicken and waffles back to the pet store, and they were like, yeah, they're both females, both females. Well, what, like 3 or 4 months later, here comes 3 kid babies. And she's always had a litter of 3 because the second time she had 3 too.
Mm-hmm. Needless to say, she wasn't happy about the second one. And I still sometimes joke about, I won't say per word for word, but I do joke about taking out waffles.
I do too. Just because, like, really? Just really? I mean, they're very well taken care of, but the problem I have is trying to get rid of them. Nobody wants guinea pigs. The pet stores are overstocked with guinea pigs. And obviously, I don't want to give them for free because then it's kind of snake food. I wanted to go to a loving home. But I obviously cannot cake anymore. I have 6 in total. I used to have 8. I got rid of 2.
I still think they should be snake food. See, I'm a douchebag. I'm not gonna lie.
But see, I have the perfect amount, though. See, chicken and waffles are old. Chicken's really old. He's got to be 3 and a half, and they don't live to like 5 or 6. So what's gonna happen is that Holmes and Sherlock and Holmes, they're gonna be best friends until they die because they're the same age. They were born together.
Oh yeah, they are from the same litter.
Yeah, but Waffles is the same, almost the same age, maybe a year behind or something. That means Watson was gonna be left behind, so I kept Little May. So Little May and Watson get along. But the problem I'm having is that Watson, now, my mom joked the other night saying, because she knows how Watson picks on Little May all the time, and she jokes and says, why don't you just get another guinea pig for Little May? And I was like, where am I going to put the cake? They're already taking up half my room. No, not happening. Sorry, out of the question.
I'm at this point where I just kind of look at her guinea pigs and be like, I hate all of y'all. I really don't, because they're actually all adorable. But sometimes, just look at the way that they multiply. Piss me the fuck off.
The worst, they're rabbits.
Yeah, they kind of.
They're proving it to be worse than rabbits. After all these guinea pigs died, I don't think I'm going to get guinea pigs for a while, because they outnumber my dogs. I mean, I got 6 guinea pigs and 3 dogs. It's not supposed to happen this way. It wasn't. I was supposed to only have 2 guinea pigs. And then what happened is that I couldn't get rid of Sherlock Holmes and Watson because nobody wanted them. And then they got too old to be getting rid of because they already got used to the environment.
Yeah.
And Chicken got used to his boys being around him. It's a nightmare.